Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I got more comments this month on my IPSY, Boxycharm, unboxings, try-ons, all of those videos than I think I ever have about people saying they've canceled their boxes and people complaining about what's in the boxes. And today we're going to do a full video addressing what's going on with Boxycharm and IPSY and who's canceling and why and maybe what that means, because honestly, my channel is built on subscription boxes and IPSY and Boxycharm. And the fact that so much has changed with those subscription boxes over the 5 or 6 years I've been doing YouTube means we have a lot to talk about. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day. And that'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to talk about all things IPSY and Boxycharm with me, am I canceling? Are you canceling? What's the story? Stay tuned. All right, I want to start this off by saying I really don't want this to sound like a negative video. I don't want this to be a video bashing IPSY and Boxycharm. I just want to talk to you about a whole lot of things because I feel like we have to have a conversation. Now, I do want to preface this by saying I get my IPSYs, my Boxycharms, all of those in PR. They are sent to me for reviewing purposes. I am not paid for what I say. They are not sponsored videos. It is 100% them sending me boxes so that I will give them an honest review, talk to you about it, and hopefully enough people like it that they can make some sales, I guess. Or in general, it's just talking about some products and hyping the box up when it's worth it. Now, that being said, if I don't like a box or I don't like a product, I am always going to tell you the truth, and I am always going to say if I really was not a fan, that still stands. So despite the fact that today we're going to be talking about canceling IPSY and Boxycharm, I'm going to continue to be getting them in PR. I'm going to continue to unbox them. I will continue to review them for you. But I do want to talk about a lot of the comments. Now, this came about because a lot of comments came in this month in particular. I see it every month, but it was so much more volume of these comments this month of people saying, this is why I canceled this box, I canceled this, it's why I don't have that one. And really just comparing all of these boxes together, because it seems like ever since IPSY acquired Boxycharm and the two merged together, there really hasn't been too much different between the two boxes. Now, I do want to say when I first started getting these boxes before I even started getting PR, when I started paying for these boxes, because long before I got PR, I purchased all of the tiers of Boxycharm and IPSY, and they had it was before Boxycharm Premium came out. They did a couple limited edition boxes. I bought all of those. Really, I was a huge customer before any of this happened. And I originally started getting these boxes because I wanted to try new things. It was pretty frequent that I would go to the store and buy things. I was in Sephora at least twice a week. Ulta, the same thing, just seeing, touching, playing, swatching, and buying new products. Now, to me, the reason I got into these subscription boxes was entirely to try new things. It was, I am very big on the brands I like. I was big on the brands that were very popular. But way back when, Boxycharm was sending products that I had never heard of before or things I hadn't tried. And it was a great way for me to test new products, new brands, or really, I wasn't a big fan of cream blushes or cream products at all for the most part. And subscription boxes, sending them is how I got to play with them a little bit more before I really got comfortable with them, to now I could do a full face of cream if we wanted to because I'm comfortable doing it now. But still not my preference in product, but it definitely would broaden my horizons to try new things. Now, with that in mind, I feel like as I started getting more and more PR and more products started coming in the mail, I was using Boxycharm less to try new things and more to unbox it for those of you, and I felt that the boxes got less and less exciting. Now, I do want to make the caveat that whenever they would do a brand takeover box, I would get so excited. The takeover box we got from Anastasia was a great box. I loved the palette we got in there. Before that, we got a Fenty takeover box, and that was when Fenty is still hot, don't get me wrong, but that was when it was at the top of its hype, and everybody wanted to talk Fenty, and the fact that, I was able to try so many products from a single brand to where I was able to do a full face from that brand because of all the products I got in that takeover box. And That to me was more exciting, despite the fact that maybe I was less excited by the regular boxes that were coming every month. Now, at the end of every unboxing video I do, I try to say it at least once so that I don't forget, but when I look at whether or not a box was a good box or a bad box, I say to myself, would I be better off taking whatever the price of the box is, $50, $40, $30, once upon a time, Boxycharm was a $25 a month subscription box, and I would say, am I better off taking $25 and going to Ulta or Sephora or Walmart or Amazon or Target or wherever you get your beauty products and spending that on something I know I want, or am I better off getting the subscription box? And to this day, that is how I analyze whether a box is good or not. Am I happier with the items out of the box that I liked, or would I be better off getting something I know I want? And just this morning, I was on Sephora's app because I got an email. They know how to get you, and they say 3-time points on a whole bunch of different things. And there was a Charlotte Tilbury cheek palette in there for $75. And I looked at that and I said, do I need it? Do I want it? And my instinct was, yeah, I really do want it. And then I thought to myself, well, is that value worth a Boxycharm and a Boxycharm Premium? Because after all of the fees, that's $75. And I was thinking to myself, would I be better off with 11 products that I don't know are coming, or getting the palette I know I like? And it was a toss-up because while I thought to myself, I could get so many really cool things out of my IPSYs or my Boxycharms, I know if I had that palette, I would use it every single day. And that to me was the trade-off. If yes, I get items in these boxes that I like, but how many of them am I using in that video and then never touching again? One of the examples I want to use is ever since I got the Benefit Georgia blush it was a Boxycharm maybe 6 months ago, I use this pretty much every time I do my makeup. It is, on my complexion, the perfect topper. I like to just take it on a fluffy brush, I blend it over my blush and my highlight, and I feel like it just melts the two together so perfectly that it is officially a staple in my routine. Same thing with the Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. Same thing with, I loved the Natasha Denona Bloom and Glow palette. I still use this to this day. These are products that have come in these boxes that really reset my whole routine. When I pull open the brushes I have in front of me that I've been using regularly, IPSY, and I think that might be it. This came in a Boxycharm. It's actually a Trend Mood box, but like, of my brushes that I used today, 4 of the 11 of them were from subscription boxes, and they are some of my favorite brushes. So I am definitely getting things I like enough to replace in my collection, but I feel like as time progresses, I get less and less of those, this is a holy grail staple product that I need to have in my life. And to me, that's a little disappointing because I loved when every single month I would open it up and I would know that the next 6 weeks I would refuse to put a product down because it was just that good. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't get products like that ever anymore. I just feel like it is less and less that I'm getting those products that I obsess over. Now, lately I revisited the In Beauty product Dual Phase Setting Mist. I love this, and this came, I want to say it was a Boxycharm a very long time ago. It was before this brand was in Sephora. I used it up. Then the brand sent me a new one, and this is a product that I was introduced to through Boxycharm that I know I love, that I would repurchase, but I got it a while ago. So it's one of those things where, to me, I still find value in these subscription boxes. I still think they are some great ways to introduce yourself to new brands, new products, the works. But I definitely don't think it's quite as exciting as it was maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Now, as always, I do want to hear your thoughts on this. Please comment down below. Let's have a conversation. I want to know what is causing people who are spending their hard-earned money on these boxes to continue or to cancel, because to me, it was always about trying new things, playing with new products, and getting excited about makeup and skincare. And as time has progressed, I've found that it's gotten, less and less exciting. I still love unboxing them. I love playing with new makeup, but it's not to the same level as it once was. Now, this month, we got a palette that I fell in love with from Ciate, and I did not use it today, but now that I look at it, I definitely could have used this to achieve this look right here, but I didn't, and I used something different. But this was an amazing palette. I loved the formula. This came this month, and I could see if I was somebody who wasn't trying a new palette every other day, I could see this being a staple for the entire fall and into early winter. But again, because I'm getting so much, I'm not entirely sure if it's something that would make it in the collection because it's infrequent that I use a palette more than twice now before other things have come in that I need to try. And I know that sounds whiny, and I know that sounds like first world problems. Oh no, Brett's getting too much makeup. But that's why I'm asking you. I want to know, what do you think about the products you're getting? Do you find you get a palette like that, you use it a few times, and then you're on to the next one? Or do you find that you're getting things in those boxes that are consistently staying at the top of your favorites list every single month? Thank you for listening to my rant. I really want your input, so please sound off down below with what you think, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!